Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we will be discussing about some of the additional tools available in Prompt Flow. For instance, the prompt tool and there are quite a few tools that we have underneath. So for demo purposes, I will be building a simple prompt flow workflow here. So as usual, I will be reading this input and I have a LLM. So you can click here to add the LLM and we already discussed about all these connection and configuration. So basically this LLM, it acts like a entity extraction. So based on the user input, it just extract the location information from the input. And when you talk about the output, it is going to be a JSON output because that's what we requested here. If I just go here, this is the JSON output that I requested, it is going to give me the JSON output. Now I have a Python tool here, so you just click here to add the tool, and what it does is that from the LLM, from the above LLM, we will be reading this output. As you see here, the LLM output, it's the input of this particular Python script. And this is a JSON, I'm reading that JSON and extracting the location information. If it's not that, then I just say it's missing. Then once it is done, then we will be passing this location information into two different tools. One is the city information, the other one is the weather information. Weather information we already discussed. So in our previous video, we make a call to the weather API to get the city weather information. So this time around we will talk about the additional index lookup. So if you just go here, there are quite a few tools here. One of those is the index lookup. So it clearly shows here search on Azure ML vector index. So in one of my previous video, I created the search, Azure AI Search. Let me search, and there is an index called tidy, whatever is that, and I can always check this index by clicking on that. Let's say I'm looking for a city called Paris, it is giving me the results. Now let me go back to the prompt flow. In order to configure this index lookup, all you need to do is that you just click on this ML index content, and these are all the information that you may need to pass in. So you have to provide all of this information so that you can use the index lookup. And the output, if you see here, so you are just passing the city name here, and the output it is going to give us, it's like the complete city guide, right? So that's what we created in the previous video, in one of the previous video. Now we have both. We have the weather information, and based on the Azure AI Search, we have the city information. And we will use both of these. We pass both of these to the prompt. So to add that, you have to click on this add prompt here. So basically, it is going to create a string content, right? So it basically we will use this as a prompt input. So we take the city output and weather output and pass it to the and as well as we will pass it to the location, right? So we pass all of these, and based on that we will create a kind of a prompt, and we will pass it to the summary. So summary will take the user input as well as the summary prompt output. So this is going to create a kind of a prompt that I will keep it under the system prompt, and a user query, it's going to be under the user prompt, right? So now if I run it, and if I look into the output, this is what it looked like. It is going to give me, hey, weather in Paris, it's whatever is that, and these are all the top attraction, whatever is that, and it is going to tell me this is coming from this particular document, right? So in this video, what we have done is that we have added, or we have utilized some of the tools, including prompt tool and a Python tool, which we already discussed in our previous video. On top of that, we have used index lookup. Also, if you really wanted to use any of the other tools, you can very well do so. For instance, if I wanted to add the embedding basically it means that you will take the content and then like create a chunk and then create a embedding, right? So to do that, you can use this embedding. SERP API basically like you wanted to get the latest information from Google or Bing or whatever is that, you can use the SERP API. I think we created a video around SERP API in the past. So likewise, there are quite a few connectors or tools available for us to make use. That's all I wanted to cover in this video. Thank you for watching.